Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Those of you new to the channel, thank you for joining me. Those of you that have been with me a long time, welcome back. I truly believe that today's video is going to be one that absolutely everyone enjoys. If you've been considering getting into bow hunting, but you're really not sure if bow hunting is going to be for you, then this video is for you. If you find yourself in a situation like I've been in before, where money's too tight and you just can't go spend $2,000 to $3,000 on a fully rigged Matthews or Hoyt or top brand bow to get into hunting, then this video is for you. And like me, if you're a crusty old bow hunter that's been after this for decades, flinging arrows, then this video is for you. After all, it wasn't that many years ago that I got started with that vintage Bear Archery Polar LTD bow and aluminum arrows. So I remember what it's like, and this is a great sort of blast from the past, you know, when everything wasn't so fancy. So my goal for this video was to go on Amazon and order the cheapest adult 70-pound bow available that was adjustable to my draw length, that included everything that I needed to be able to hunt as is in the box. Unbox it, assemble it, get it sighted in, and then take you out in the woods to go hunt wild hogs with me to prove that it can be done on a budget. By the way, this is very important. Y'all have been extremely good to me. This channel has really grown exponentially because of you guys and gals, and this is my chance. I want to give back to you. So please make sure that you are subscribed and ring that notification bell so you get notified each time I drop in a video, and you don't miss your chance to win this entire bow package that we're about to get today. And I will give you all the details on how you can enter for a chance to win this bow package a little later in this video. All right, let's get right into it. All right, so the first thing I did, I jumped on my computer and went over to Amazon, and I was looking for a compound bow set. I wanted a set that was completely ready to hunt. Didn't have to buy any accessories. It already came with the sights and rest, everything I needed. So I scrolled down, I found the cheapest one for $139. I made sure that that came in my draw length, 30 inches, which it does, 25 to 31 inches, and also 0 to 70 pounds, which works for me. Because we're gonna need something that can penetrate a wild hog. This bow can shoot up to 320 feet per second, 0 to 70 pounds, and 23.5 to 31 inch draw. These are absolute perfect specs. I can go out in the woods with this bow and be able to penetrate any size hog that comes out in front of us. All right, so let's go ahead and put that in our cart and get checked out, and we'll be on its way to us. Hey guys, it has been a few days. I just got the notification and my Amazon bow has been delivered. What a huge box. All right, it is time for the unboxing. Let's see what we get for $139. It comes with this case. Actually, it's a fairly decent case. No compartments on the outside. Get this box out of the way. Let's see what we got. Comes with a set of targets. All right guys, I have everything pulled out of the box. This bow actually does not look half bad. It's a little smaller. I'm not sure what the axle to axle is. I'll go back over those specs later in the video. The brand of the bow is a Lanneret. It comes with a D-loop installed and the peep sight already installed. And we have a 3-pin sight, a stabilizer, a whisker biscuit arrow rest, an arrow puller, a 2-piece fixed quiver which will mount to the bow, a set of somewhat sketch broadheads, but we will give them a shot, a bow stand. This is designed to hold your bow up when you set it on the ground, a wrist release, and a wrist sling. In addition, it comes with, looks like Looks like 1 dozen arrows. It has a 500 spine Tornado brand arrows that are made out of carbon. All right, I want to keep the pace of this video moving well, so I'm going to mount all these items and I will see you right back here. All right, that was a piece of cake, putting that bow together and assembling all those components that it was made out of. I just had to be careful not to over tighten some of those pieces were made out of plastic. I was able to set the bow to my 30-inch draw length by removing this module and just putting it in the correct position for a 30-inch draw. There was no problem. There was a chart that told me where I needed to put that. From there, I grabbed the bow and jumped in my truck and went up to my local archery shop. It's very important that any bow you have, if you don't have a bow press or the knowledge, take it to your local archery shop and make sure that it is properly tuned. So if you take it up to your local archery shop and have them tune it, they will twist the string a few times, move your rest around, and make some minor adjustments, and you can take an arrow, shoot it through paper like you see here, and you're looking for a perfect even bullet hole. This means that your arrow is leaving your bow straight and true, and this gives you a chance to have good broadhead flight downrange. Now, while I was there at the shop, like I said, Richard fixed me up. My bow was properly tuned. The arrows that came with this bow were children's arrows. They're made for a less than 40-pound bow. I'm going to be shooting close to 70 pounds with this bow, so I need some arrows with a proper spine. 500 spine is what it came with. I need 300 or 350. I was able to pick up 2 Carbon Express arrows there for $9 a piece, so now that was $18 that we've spent so far, plus the $139 for the bow. All right, let's go take this out, and we are going to try to shoot the broadheads that came with this bow to make sure that we are hitting where we're supposed to hit before we head out to our hunt. I took the 2 arrows we purchased and I took 2 of the broadheads out of the package that came with the bow, and I went out and took 4 shots. As you see, the shots were not hitting where I was aiming. I was trying to put them in that square in the center. These are not the best quality broadheads. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use these because I have to be fair to the animal that I'm hunting. I need to be able to hit where I'm aiming to have success. So we're going to completely scrap these broadheads. I'm going to pick up a pack of QAD Exodus full broadheads. Those are $39.99, and we're up to $198, which is still under our $200 budget to go out and hunt. I let 2 arrows fly with the QAD Exodus broadheads on there, and both of them were in the bullseye. So that's where we're at. The bow is perfectly tuned for these broadheads, and we are ready to hunt. All right, guys and gals, we have made it to the weekend. It's time to get loaded up. We are about to head out of here. Lexi and myself are headed up to go try to shoot a hog with the Amazon's cheapest bow. So we're going to load up, and the next time you see me, we will be in the Texas Hill Country. Hey guys, about an hour ago I just finished my drive up and arrived at hunting camp, and we have a front just about to blow in. The wind is going crazy right now, but by the time I get set up in the blind, it should be a consistent north wind. But I have my Amazon bow with me, and I'm only going to be going out to the blind with 2 arrows. One of them is has my practice broadhead on it, and the other one has a lighted knock, and that's the one we're going to be shooting at the hogs. But before I head out to the blind, which will be in about an hour from now, I still have to get a few things going here at camp. Before we head out to the blind, I do want to take a practice shot. Since these aren't the best quality accessories on here, I want to make sure that I'm still sighted in. So I'm going to turn this camera around and take a shot. That wasn't bad at all. So let me get my things together and we'll head out to the blind just in a few minutes. Alright guys, we are all set up in the blind. We've got over an hour before the feeder goes off. We've got a north wind. It's extremely strong, almost 15 miles an hour gusts. That's bad news because this is sort of an open area, and these hogs will sometimes be a little spooky in these high winds. The good news is the wind is blowing directly from the feeder into our face. And of course I have my Amazon's cheapest bow, and we are going to try to get our first hog with that. But first things first, before we get into this hunt, and today's verse comes from Luke 6:31, and it says, to do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. In other words, treat everyone the way that you would want to be treated, and above that, treat everyone the way God has treated you. Now, this really rings home to me. An example of this is my mother has been taking care of a sick relative, and she's in very serious condition. My mother has sacrificed the last 2 months, which was some of the prime hunting season, where she's extremely passionate about being up here, being a part of this with family, and she gave everything she has and continues to take care of this relative, and that's an example of living by God's word, and I couldn't be any more honored the way she's living and the choices she's making. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this hunt. There is no way that just happened. I just put an arrow through 2 hogs. Both arrows I had with me. Put them through 2 hogs with Amazon's cheapest bow. And I know I made a great shot on the first one. The second one, I had so many challenges that I'm not sure where I hit it. So I'm gonna give these hogs a few minutes. I'm gonna sneak out of here, go get my tracking dog Lexi, and I'll see y'all for the recovery. All right, we made it back out here. Lexi is so excited she can barely contain herself. I actually can see my lighted knock from the first hog we shot, but I still wanted to bring her out here to get some work in, and actually have no idea where the point of impact was on the second hog. So I need her to see if we can make a recovery on that one. All right, let's get after it. All right, there's the arrow broadhead, still intact. Here is the sow. Not a perfect point of impact, but obviously got the job done. The feeder's just right there, so very effective. All right, we're gonna see if we can find the second hog now. All right, we are back at the feeder, and here's the arrow that we let fly on the second hog. Actually got decent red stuff on that. It is snapped off. Looks like at least 6 inches of it snapped off. Of course, in this dirt out here, it's hard to track any of the red stuff. But we're gonna give it a shot. Some more red stuff. Heavier. Well, that's a no-go. We are, obviously this hog has crossed onto the neighbor's property. Well, this fence line is as far as we can go on hog number 2. This is not something I do, is cross property lines in Texas without permission. We do have phone numbers and contacts for several different directions of property adjacent to this lease I've been on for years, but we do not know the owners of this property, and I don't have any contact info. So I'm gonna go back, round up hog number 1, get them cleaned up, and I will see y'all in a few minutes. Wow, that was one of the funnest, but also one of the most challenging hunts I've had in a long time. God blessed me with this animal that came out in front of me, and this medium-sized hog is gonna be going to my dad. My dad received a smoker for Christmas, and he's been asking me if I could get a hog that would fit on his smoker, so he is going to be extremely elated. This was one of the most challenging hunts by far, because 1, I wanted you to see this bow being shot in the video, and 2, I needed to be able to see my sight pins. I was not prepared to shoot a hog at nighttime under the green light. I was expecting them to come during daylight hours. So I had to take a high risk move. I turned on the bright light of my camera so y'all could see exactly the bow that I had and I was using. And also I needed to see my sight pins. Have you seen the crazy looking red light hanging from my ball cap? I was trying to adapt and overcome and find a way. That's the only way I could see my sight pin. That did not work out as well for the second hog that was underneath the actual feeder in the shaded area, but it did work out excellent on this hog. You don't have to spend $2,000 to $3,000 to get into God's great creation out here and enjoy the outdoors. You can spend $139 on Amazon, and maybe for under $200 you can have arrows and a pack of broadheads and be out there doing what we love. It can be done. Do I recommend this way? Not necessarily. There are better options, but if you're on a budget and you want to get involved in hunting, don't wait. Go out there and get into it. With all that being said, I am going to be giving this bow away in my next video. All you have to do to be eligible for the drawing is to be subscribed to my channel, leave a comment on this video, hit the like button, and on the next video I will go through the comments, and anyone that has subscribed and liked the video will be eligible to be drawn in a random drawer, and I will ship this bow to your door. If that reaches just one person out there and gets them involved in the great outdoors, this entire video was worth it. So I just want to thank y'all for joining me on this hunt. I look forward to seeing you on the next hunt. May God bless each and every one of you.